Hello boys, my name is Kuliyoshi and welcome back to my Pokemon Shining Pearl bonus content playthrough. In the last episode we made it to Stark Mountain and got a couple of other stuff done, and yeah, after doing that a little bit, I found out how to do a couple of certain things. And for stuff like that, I found out that, oh my, this is a long graph, there's quite a few things to do in this game after you've beaten the champion, that is. But, of course, part of the reason you're going to notice that I'm probably at a higher level than before. That's because I grinded off camera, and so Pokemon are much stronger this time. I'm trying to reach 100 before a specific episode so I could show off the thing I wanted to show off multiple times, which is the Super Trainer mode. I guess Hyper Training, which can only be gotten after reaching level 100 on specific Pokemon. But while I wait to do that, there is one last main area to explore, as Stark Mountain, and of course a route that we missed. We'll explore both of those, getting all of the stuff collected, and then we'll kind of just leave after that. And my goodness, sometimes... One thing I don't like about some of these games is sometimes controlling the bike can get really awkward from time to time, but other than that, still pretty good. Now I've already reached Stark Mountain, I'm doing just like I said I would do before, and basically taking out all the wild encounters here, because when I reach Buck, he's gonna become a partner that fights with me, and when we do win a fight with him, he's gonna heal me after every single battle, which is the only reason why I'm doing this, so I can get extra experience on top of the experience I already gotten, and also get a lot of encounters. And yes, for reasons like that, I'm gonna do the entire thing without repelling, and this time I will remember not to do that on accident. I will not repel. I must use the stuff normally. Of course, one thing I will use is PP ups, because my Pokemon are starting to run kind of low on moves, and I don't really like it. If I want to get through the Elite Four efficiently as part of a grind, I need to make sure that the PP is increased as much as I need to. So I'm going to give a couple of points to Ice Beam and multiple points to Surf, which now that I've used 3, it's maxed out. And there we go. He just got maxed a little bit more. Now, I'm not necessarily going to be fighting all the counters. As you see, there's these Geodudes that are randomly here for some reason. Why they were thrown as a random encounter, very rare by the way. In here, at least. I don't know, but I feel like it's kind of silly that they did that, because they are not worth much experience, that I know, so I am going to run away from them, but otherwise I'm going to be fighting all the other Pokemon. I like how they say, even in the game, it's like, Stark Mountain you shouldn't even go in unless you're on an absolute ready. They're kind of right about it. It is 55 to 56 wild Pokemon, but Scamper has already been through so much that we can easily defeat the Pokemon in here in one hit, no problem. I don't know what the game was saying, but I feel like I'm more than ready for this. The main reason I gave PP ups to Surf, by the way, was more or less for the Elite Four when I come back to that, because the Elite Four have even more Pokemon than they had before. In order to properly get through it without using restorative items and farming stuff, I need to have a Pokemon that PP ups a certain amount of moves, and since I'm using Surf a lot in particular, I gave PP ups to those first to max it out, because that makes it allows me to use a whole lot more of them throughout the game, rather than not being able to use much at all. As for the actual strategies, though, not a lot has changed. In fact, unless certain Pokemon have weakness in other stuff, most of the time I'll just be choice spexing into one particular move that I think works good for certain Pokemon, and basically using that move over and over again, and that's how I'm gonna defeat the refights of all the different gym leaders. That being said, will I be using Surf all the time? Probably not, but I'll try my best to use it as many times as I can. Of course, while I'm here, I may as well show all the items you can collect here. Now, the wild encounters will make it take a decent time, but I plan on going as fast as I can since I do want to at least show the entirety of Stark Mountain in this video. So that way we can go to the Grand Underground for our next video. I'm really excited to do a video there because they completely changed it. It used to be just a minigame that you would do in the original game, but they changed it to be also apparently a wild encounter area as well. In addition to getting stones, that is. And because we have the National Pokédex, we can get a lot more stuff down there than we were otherwise able to get. But yeah. Now again, since this is bonus playthrough, this is the bonus content. This is not technically part of my actual run to beat the game with just one Pokemon, meaning since I already completed that, I am basically just doing what I would do best normally, and just have a balanced team, which is why, as you can see, I have a full team of 6. That's the only reason. However, when I get to the Elite Four, I probably will do it with one Pokemon again, just to keep it even. Looks like Barry's already made it up here. Makes sense, he's about twice as faster than us. Doesn't he have to go for a wild Pokemon as well? Because we certainly have to. Does it, then that's probably why he's always up to certain spots so fast. And yes, I may as well try and get the other Pokemon 200 as well, but will those happen in video? Probably not. I'm gonna save this rare candy for when that's close to 99, so I could just finish it off manually. Leave a save point in case I die for some reason. Hey, Yoshi, that buck guy wiped the floor with us, so man, there are always tough trainers around everywhere, but you know what? Means I have room to become even tougher. That's why there's the battle tower in the battle zone. Huh, okay. He's kind of just chilling here. Now, on weekends, you can battle him, which we're not gonna show. Hey Yoshi, your buddy challenged me to a battle. Yes, I owned the little dude. Made sure he was taught a lesson, but I don't know if I could beat him again next time. Seriously, you're bound to run into skilled trainers wherever you go. I found out about this place, but the Pokemon here are tough. What do you say we team up and go together? Alright. Just as I thought, we get teamed up. That I remember. You won't regret teaming up. I'll keep your Pokemon healthy. And I can't use this anymore since we are traveling with and one thing that I haven't really showed is you could talk to your characters in the side and they will say some extra things. Now when you play with Buck, he whenever we get into a wild encounter, we have to face 2 Pokemon at the same time, which makes it really efficient for grinding since we have Surf. We can just do this to take them out. Sure, his own Pokemon gets taken out, but it's not like we really care. We just want the other Pokemon to die. That's the most important part. And we got a crit on one of them. Alright. This is the main part of Stark Mountain, in my opinion. Oh, great. We have to always do a battle before we can finish off. Unlike some of the other stuff, it's very unlikely that we're not going to find at least an Apple one in here. And what I mean by this is, well, other than a certain setup, the trainers don't really have that good of a Pokemon setup. So, most of the time we're just going to use Surf to take them all out, and it should be fine. There we go. We do have revives in case we do die, but I'd like not to do that. Had a revelation this morning. I knew that I would have a wonderful encounter here today. I used my mystifying psychic powers to pulverize you. Actually, you're the ones that are about to get pulverized. Because we can only use one Pokemon at a time, we'll keep on switching until we have a right setup. Even with the extra setup, they still only have 54 to like 56 Pokemon. Basically the same as the Wilds. That doesn't make them any tougher. And this is where you really see the full power of Choice Max Surf. It really tears through these double battles very quickly. Unless one of them ever has Water Absorb, we could basically do these very fast. To a point where only certain Pokemon will be able to beat us at all. Only time we'll ever switch is if we cannot defeat one or another with Surf. Looks like one of them is faster. I don't know what Magic Coat is, but I know there's a similar version of that known as Mirror Coat. That's the one I usually remember. Where if you use a special move on it and you don't kill it and it uses Mirror Coat, it sends the power right back to you. In other words, it basically acts as almost a one-hit KO if you're not prepared for it. There's nothing wonderful about this. That's what I get for making idle claims. Multiple items, of course, that we have to find. Keep using the run thing. To have more fun, since we have a much stronger Pokemon this time around, or a much stronger Scamper rather, we can just do all the double battles normally. Unless some annoying Pokemon comes through, we could probably take them all out just fine. Unless they have either Water Absorb or Storm Drain, we'll be fine. It's a bit annoying that we have to watch Claydol play as well, but it's just a sacrifice that has to be made to take them both out at the same time. And of course, there's Sturdy we still have to deal with as well. Because I have Choice Specs, I have to use the same move again. In case you're wondering, your goal is to just reach the end of this part of the dungeon, and after that, like once you reach the main floor where Heatran is, that's where you'll be able to finally escape. But first, we have some trainers to take out. Apparently these trainers have tricks up their sleeve, according to this guy's claim, but who knows? Who knows what's actually gonna happen? There are multiple things we have to watch out for. One obnoxious thing that we've had to deal with quite a bit already is what's known as a Focus Sash. A Focus Sash is a effective move where if you knock a Pokemon down from full health to 0, and it has Focus Sash, it'll automatically live with 1 HP. Any Pokemon can have it at any point, and this effectively gives them the same effect as Sturdy does. Any one of the Pokemon having that could be really bad, especially if they know how to use it properly and use moves like Endeavor and Reversal. Because Endeavor will set my HP to 1 and basically take me out if they have a follow-up. For the second part of not Endeavor strats, if we were to attack them with something else, it wouldn't be any better either. But yeah, while the Focus Sash is up, they can do a lot of damage with different stuff. There's also moves like Reversal, which aren't based on full power, that can outright kill me if they're at 1 HP, because Reversal does more damage when they're at lower health. I'm out of useful items. You're not a trainer that could be taken lightly. Alright. Now this entire thing within itself is basically a maze. There's lots of different routes that you can take and multiple different areas you can go to. Beyond that, we're just looking for all the double battles so we can take them out. Alright. If I reach level 100, I will start repelling, but until then, I'm going to try and grind as much as I can here. While you have Buck, you can get a lot more experience than any other part of the game. I'll just hide the different trainers as I see them appear. Ooh, 2 weaklings. Even with all this other stuff, I still do not care about Sugma. I'm gonna run away. If it had a stronger Pokemon, maybe, but not right now. Alright. Oh boy, these guys might be a little bit more tougher. They have 3 Pokemon each. That's the largest amount of Pokemon, rather, that they can have in a double battle. Of course, we have an overwhelming level advantage, but that doesn't mean one of them might have a trolly move. It might troll us. Now, Clayow, of course, is a levitating Pokemon, meaning it can avoid ground-type moves. Which means it obviously dies in 1 hit from this, which is a bit annoying, but it's, again, a sacrifice that has to be made. I wish he was more like Barry and also had additional Pokemon, because it would make the battle at least more interesting. Nice. Of course, one of the fighting Pokemon has to have something that isn't there for some reason. Funnily enough, it doesn't necessarily resist grass or... Oh wait, no it does. What am I talking about? Freedom is a grass in fighting now. It looks like a grass at first, but it is actually a grass in fighting type, according to the game at least. Oh. Was that Palkia that learned Aura Spear? Yeah, that is. Okay, that's really cool. Ooh, that makes things a bit worrisome. You know what? I'm gonna remove this. Since I'm already not using them a lot, let's replace this. Even though we just got the TM for it, just replace it, because... There's Nasty Plot, another move I was talking about. Mew definitely needs this if he wants to give stats to another Pokemon, so we'll definitely use that. Give him that. Let's replace that with this. We weren't up to the task. We failed to get off the ground. Oh, here's the start of the cave where we first came in. I'm going across from right to downward first to get all the trainers out of the way to the next side of that first. Oh, I can't use Rock Climb because I'm traveling with him for some reason. I also can't use Strength as well. That means the only thing we can really do is take out all the trainers, and then we'll have to come back for that item later. That's fine, I guess it makes it a little bit easier to figure out where to go, because we're only just looking for the trainers now. The only reason why I took certain battles out as singles is just to make it more efficient and easier than potentially having them gang up on me if I mistime my attacks, which is kind of important in some battles. But then again, for the first one, I wanted to not do that because the Pokemon that comes with me is a Chansey, so Chansey has the ability to heal our Pokemon with its Soft Boiled, so obviously that around is a good idea. So doing all battles as doubles will be easier, so as long as he doesn't faint, he can heal me up while I just put the pain on the Pokemon. Obviously, there's still some annoyances that can happen, like I could potentially lose both of them really quick. But right now I have such a level advantage that it should be fine. There it is, a hidden item. Knew it was here. I like how every time you get one, you have to go through the text every single time you want to do that. Is it gonna do the same thing for here? Nope. Okay, Strength can be used for some reason. Rock Climb cannot be used, which makes sense, because Pokemon probably don't have Rock Climb, so would he follow us using the same thing? When you think about it that way, the not being able to use Rock Climb with him around actually makes a whole lot more sense now. By the way, the reason why I'm fighting these battles now is if I go back to fight them later and do like the regular double battle thing, I will have to battle them as doubles with 2 of my own Pokemon. So technically, if I'm doing the Soul Challenge, I have to do it this way. If I want to fight them at all, but again, the challenge is already over, so I don't really care what I do. I'm just taking them out here because, well, it's more efficient to do it this way anyway. Because when he heals you after the start of every other battle, and 2, you can already use Surf to take out a lot of battles. If you're not taking out your own Pokemon, it certainly makes it a lot less worrisome. Since I'm not using him, I probably don't actually need Endeavor, but if I was using a weaker Pokemon, I would definitely have Endeavor on it, because you could use that with Focus Sash to really wreck some trainers that would otherwise be really deadly. Like, if there's a really, really strong Pokemon that has a lot of defense that's getting the best of you, just Endeavor it down, that forces the opponent to heal and use it multiple times until eventually the heals of that opponent run out, and then if you have an initiative move like Quick Attack, you can just defeat the Pokemon outright, meaning you could technically defeat Cynthia's Garchomp with just a level 1 Pokemon if you use an Endeavor strats. That's what makes it so busted. Now, Reversal, of course, requires you to be strong enough to use that, so it won't necessarily work on everything, but... other stuff, though, is definitely really effective where it gets used at all, that is. Apparently, according to what I found out, Magcargo cannot have Sturdy. So, that's good to know. We can always take that thing out and run it, unless it also has other stuff. Also, it says, I couldn't unleash the real me. That's because my Pokemon are just much stronger than yours. I would have defeated the real you anyway, though, because of how strong my Empoleon is. And yes, I didn't lie when I said I'm not going to be skipping a lot of wild counters, or I guess repelling rather. I'm doing this without repelling at all. Alright. There we go. Overheat. Alright. Alright. This is definitely one of the larger areas of the game, in my opinion. Which is why it's not easy to get through pretty quickly, unless you also have repels. But I'm not using mine, of course, because I want to grind in this place. Mine to about level 100, maybe, or close to it. So I can become even stronger. Oh my goodness! Get down there, please. Can't use rock climb while I'm traveling with him, by the way. So I'll have to find a different way around it. I'm surprised I haven't met Wheezing a little bit more. When I was doing my grind off screen, I encountered quite a few of them, but... in here, not a lot, for some reason. Finally, he makes his appearance. Wheezing, like Graveler, may also have self-destruct and explosion. But it can't have sturdy, so it'll always die in one hit like the others. Alright. That is assuming I have enough strength to take it down in one hit. Oh, that's a rare one. Meteor Mash? I'm gonna play Swift with that. Why not? It doesn't really matter what you do with the mythical Pokemon. They can only be used when grinding stuff or when, like, battling other trainers. Because you can't battle them the same way you always do. This is not good enough. We had to run away so that we don't waste extra time on Pokemon that are not that strong. Wait, I can't get anything here, right? Yeah, I have no choice but to push that strength boulder, and it's gonna take a long time to do so, but it's what I have to do, it seems like. Alright. Bit annoying that I have to do it that way, but it's something I have to deal with. Once I'm done with this, I have plans for my next playthrough, as well as, of course, I want to continue going through my Hyrule Warriors playthrough. I might start recording more on that, because I do really want to get it done in a decent time. Especially since I found a new strategy that potentially may allow me to get the best weapons in the game pretty early on, so I'm gonna try and use that to my advantage and change the way I do certain maps, because that might actually help me out quite a bit. Of course, he has sturdy. Okay, that's good. Whenever they use double edge, that's good because they just hit themselves and take themselves out. So even though they have sturdy, they'll be taken out in one hit anyways. I like it when they do that. It makes it less stressful to deal with. Okay, there's 2 sets of trainers left. I was born in Farama. I'm sure thrilled to be here. We are not gonna lose again. Wow, hailing all the way from Farama Town. This must be one brave trainer to come out all the way from there. That's what, like, over hundreds of feet plus away from Farama. Good brave. You certainly traveled really far. Dunsparce is a pretty chilly Pokemon, by the way. It has some good defense for some reason. It's a bit odd that, of course, with our strong strength, we could still take it out in one hit easily. And we crit it anyway, making it extra safe. Being able to get a lot of these trainers defeated means we're able to fill up a lot of our national Pokedex, which is really nice. Right. It went down, we couldn't stick it out. But I had a win streak going. Alright. We'll be out pretty soon. Because of the way this is going, we may not have time for Grand Underground as much as I want. I'm still determined to get that done in one video, obviously. And yes, this video might go longer just so I can make sure that I get the thing done in one video that I mentioned. Oh. This was a required path. Good to know. This place is pretty maze-like, by the way. It's a little bit annoying how long it's taking, but oh well. Not a lot we can do, really. Oh. I said that and I accidentally talked to him on accident. Whoops. Whoop-de-doo. That was manipulated, by the way, because of course he's a dragon tamer. That means I can defeat him much quicker with ice-type moves anyway, so I don't care. I'm gonna use Ice Beam on him, obviously. I was just matching buttons randomly, by the way. That's how I accidentally talked to him. I probably should not do that. If I said I want to fight all these as double battles, but in this case, I guess it's technically quicker. Yeah, because especially if I fought him now, I would have had to deal with this Pokemon, and that wouldn't have really worked good. Oh, still killed in one hit, thankfully. That just shows how broken Choice Specs is. You get so much damage for only being able to use one move. It's definitely worth using in multiple different scenarios. Making it a very broken item. And you can still make it change power yet even. Like, if you have other Pokemon, you could just switch out and then change its move, and you can just have it use something else. I mean, you could change moves by switching Pokemon, meaning you could use it to really breeze for the game. I plan on doing that with my Pokemon Platinum game when I play that. Apparently this guy's crazy for karate. He only has one Pokemon. I could have taken him out with the other one, but whatever. Hopefully I don't make this mistake again. That's fine. Part of this is semi-intentional. In original game, you would never be able to battle them from the corners. That's something they added, being able to look through a certain spot. So if you match just right, you can actually talk to them from the corners, which is really important because using that strategy allowed us to skip an otherwise required double battle, which is partly why it was so important. Okay. I do want to do this entire area in one video, so if it takes the rest of it takes too long, I may have to do other things as well. At least one of them didn't have sturdy. Alright. In case you're wondering why I mentioned I might try and do team battles with other setup, because is pretty much ever since I saw the Rain team was a thing in the game. Yeah, it was kind of busted when I first saw it in play, because it's like, it's otherwise a pretty difficult to use setup, but then you use it correctly and it's like, I don't know. In case you didn't know, I have another video, which is effectively my Battle Tower video for Sword and Shield, where I used a rental team known as the Rain Team, in game rather, to effectively destroy multiple miners in a matter of minutes. It was actually incredible how good it was. There we go, there's the exit. My instincts tell me that the volcano's treasure is just ahead of us. Toughest there besides me. See you around, Yoshi. Oh, I didn't want to go there all the way, but to be fair, we can actually get a lot of trainers defeated by doing that. So I'm gonna go inside, see what happens. Hey, check this out, Yoshi. This is the Magma Stone, treasure of Stark Mountain. Since I found it, that makes me the greatest trainer out of everyone. You all helped it happen. Oh, he dropped it. Hey, that was wicked. The volcano's in shock for that. It might be show-shocked it'll erupt. Nah, that can't happen. See ya, Yoshi. Say hi to your zippity trainer, buddy. I think he's talking about Barry. Can I still find that? Is it like a hidden item, or do I have to get it from him? I think I have to get it from him. But yes, that's technically the area completed, but we're obviously not done yet. We still need to do defeat all the trainers. And now that we're done with that, we don't have a lot else to do in the game. So I'm gonna first make sure that I use max repels so that I can get through the rest of this cave a lot easier. By the way, once you get the Magma Stone, you can do another legendary encounter here. We're not gonna show those unless somebody makes a video wanting to do so, and even then, I of course need to... Wait, so if I went up this top route, I could have just gone on right into the battle that I wanted to do before. Most of these items here are probably just gonna be like nuggets or other stuff, but it's still pretty important that they're there even though at all. Alright. Alright, looks like we weren't able to trigger them on singles, so we're gonna fight both of these guys together, I guess. Unless Valkyria dies again, I'm gonna probably use its spatial rend this time around, which will be fun to see. Use it on you first. Oh yeah, it's definitely not gonna do a lot of damage to him. I'm doing that so that if one of them has sturdy, I can take him out anyway with spatial rend, and we can maybe show that off. But right now, that's not gonna really do anything right now, at the moment. The veteran trainers are also one of those odd trainers like the Draymond trainers. They're made to look like a different trainer type, but they're actually completely different altogether. What I mean by that is they actually look like older, looks like Pokemon fans or something like that. But then when you actually battle them, they look like this for some reason. That looks really cool, by the way. Just... That's a beautiful animation. And there you have it. Palkia actually killed something. Good for you. That's a crit on him, I think. Yep, knew it. As soon as I looked at the damage, it's like, if it's only doing 40 per hit, then that was probably a crit. Earn the right to be here, both you and your Pokemon. I got nothing left. Oh well. And thankfully you have a escape rope to get out of here. Otherwise we would be stuck here for much longer. We'll repel through all the other routes. I don't care which ones we do. Because obviously I don't want to do these again. I guess now it's time to explore into the different trainer battles we couldn't fight before. What my Pokemon want most is victory! Well, I'm not gonna give that to you. I'm just gonna take you out instead. Meanwhile, I have to deal with Gyarados again. I've seen like hundreds of those, and they're all so annoying because of the Intimidate. It is what it is, though. Oh, it's a high one, too, at 60. But because we're so over-leveled, we can easily take it out in one hit. My Gyarados! Poor Gyarados. Sounds about right. The main reason why I didn't defeat all the trainers here right away was to get Stark Mountain. Ooh, this is the tricky item. Life Orb sacrifices your HP, but makes you do more damage with some of your attacks. It's a really good competitive item if you have it on the right Pokemon. I'm glad I found that. Okay, there's another secret right here, I think. Charcoal, nice. By the way, the reason why I wasn't using the bike is I couldn't at first. I'm so used to Charlie with Buck that I always forget to go back on the bike when I absolutely need it. Good thing he stops me before I go over that ledge, because I want that item there. What kinds of Pokemon are with you? I want to have a look, please. I'll show you, but I only show one of them. If you don't mind, that is. Oh, Meowth. That's a classic. Anybody who's watched an anime remembers that Meowth is an absolute classic in that. Definitely. Alright. Our Sid's pretty weak, so it dies in one hit easily. I'm gonna say that for a lot of Pokemon in this route. Whoa, I don't want to switch. This is the non-Galarian Persian, of course. After playing so much of Sword and Shield, I'm so used to seeing the Galarian Persian that I almost forget what the regular Persian looks like. Not really, I know it's that color. It's just when I saw it look different, it's quite odd, really. Bottle of zinc. Zinc. Alright. Well, the closest place I could start with is fight area again, so we're gonna go back here. And go straight into the next route again. Alright, now we get to the Water Pokemon Trainers Part 2.0. Since this is a surfing route, there will be a lot of water trainers, mostly. Okay, that thing I definitely know has Water Zorb. We have no choice but to go for Grass Knot. But that's fine, we have plenty of Grass Knots to go around. Once you get into these water routes, all you're really doing is just using Grass Knot and everything. Some Pokemon will survive if they're tiny, but otherwise they will usually die in one hit, especially if they're decently heavy. Wheeler in particular is super heavy. We might see him here if we go through some more stuff. Again, battling these as singles so I don't have to with having a second Pokemon, because one, I want to keep them alive, and two, it'd be better to do so. Especially since I can't surf these battles to make them faster. To make these battles in particular faster, I would first have to have something else altogether. Also, since it's technically Chintu, it might actually have Voltazorb instead of Water Zorb. I've never thought of that. I think I remember it may have had Voltazorb instead. Okay. And Mentag also has Water Absorb. have to grass knot it. And yes, I'm using Repel again on these routes, of course, to make them faster, because I do still want to show off the entirety of the endgame areas, including these. I've only seen 2 Mantiles so far. Thinking I'm right where to see right now. I have an electric type Pokemon, they're 4 times weight to that. Alright, I'm gonna go down bottom to check that, and then go up top here first to make sure there's no other trainers here. Okay, good. Moving on. Oh, here's a trainer. Ah, he actually notices that I'm riding a Pokemon. How cute. How cute, but I'm about to destroy you anyway. Hope you're ready. So we have quite a few things to explore here still, including the resort area. Because of that, I think I might just end the episode right here and then do other stuff, and then to save time I might do other things. I'm still gonna probably do a Grand Underground thing, and the way I'm gonna treat it is it gonna be just 1 hour of non-stop content of just the Grand Underground, just because it'll make the video easier to set up. And also, I really liked the Underground when I was a kid. Even if you don't have friends to play with, it's still a really good area to find other stuff, because turns out it's not actually a minigame. It's essentially how you're supposed to get fossils in the game. Like, if you're hunting for fossils, you can find them in the Grand Underground only, and is how you would get Pokemon like Rampardos and all that other stuff. Of course, if you return there after finishing the game, like I have, you can get even more fossils. Of course, they're all incredibly rare, each within their own way. Okay, there's probably multiple hidden items in each of these slots, because it would be silly for them to not have them. Funnily enough, this is not one of those areas. It's nothing but a trap, unfortunately. That one has an item, and it's a Carvel's, my favorite. Speed raising item and drink. Always nice to get one for free instead of having to pay however much it is, like normally 9,800 bucks or something. Oh, great. Oh my gosh, they're so fast! Good grief! I didn't know these trainers had that awkward of a walk route, or in this case, swim. Usually they're a lot less likely to do stuff like that. Whatever. Back to Grass Knot again. If we run out of stuff, we may have to use a flash cannon instead. Again, Choice Specs allows us to kill most of them in one hit anyways, but if we do get a bad one, it'll be really hard to take out. Oh, speaking of heavy boys, Lapras is also one of them. He's also a water and ice boy, so he's weak to Grass Knot. He'll die one easily. In our games, he can be really difficult to take out if you're not leveled up properly. Being one of the tankiest water Pokemon in the entire game, and being well versatile in both water and ice moves. But anyway, I think it's time to save. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we continue finishing off the rest of this route. And until then, see you guys in the next video. Bye!